2 hours later.
Dude, finally. Do you want to go through walls with Naija but don't know how to do it? Well, then this video is exactly for you. But let me start with showing you how we are not gonna clip. And that is first using so-called Alt glitch. So that is when you press Alt, the game freezes, and when you press it again, it unfreezes. And you can clip fairly easily using this method. So let me show you real quick. You can clip like this. Okay, so we're not gonna use that, and we are also not gonna take advantage of low FPS. So for example, if I set it to 10, you can see I can clip fairly easy as well. And this can happen when your game lags for some reason. But we are not gonna use that. We are just gonna use pure unmodified intended gameplay. And so let's get it started. Important thing to know about Naija clips is that we usually want to do them in corners. And what I mean by corner, I mean either top left corner, top right corner, bottom left corner, or bottom right corner, like this. And there is one exception to this, but I'm gonna cover it later in the video, and it's not very important, so don't worry about it for now. And this allows us to divide Naija clips into two groups. The first group are so-called half-block clips, where the wall, like on the wall there is a full block, and on the ceiling there is a half block. Like full block would be this big, but this half block is only like half of that. And so we can clip through these vertically, like we can go up. So we are gonna super dash, hit the wall first. That is very important. You need to hit the wall first before the ceiling, and we're gonna clip through. Okay, so let me show it. Okay, like this. Okay. Let's try not to die. And the second group are so-called full block clips, where both the wall and the ceiling is made from full blocks. And we can clip those horizontally. So we are gonna hit the ceiling first. That is also very important. Hit the ceiling first, and we can clip through those like this. Okay, so two groups: half block clips and full block clips. Let's start with half block clips, and that is because arguably they are the easier ones, and as far as I know, they should work every time if you set it up correctly. And there are two methods how to perform half block clips. First method is using so-called super dash, and the second method is dashing from a specific vertical distance from the corner. Okay, so let's start with the super dash case. So this is what a normal dash looks like, and this is what a super dash looks like. As you can see, I've gained a lot more height from the super dash than from the normal dash, and that is because I skipped, the way I dashed, I skipped this floating state of Naija, which, as you can see, instantly kills your upwards momentum. I can even demonstrate on this fan. I have big upwards momentum, but it gets cut off the very moment you enter this float state. So if you dash, if you press the special key very quickly, something like a frame, you can actually skip this skip this phase. You're not gonna do this like this, but you're gonna skip this. Okay, that was not the case. Like this, you're gonna skip it, and you're gonna inherit the upwards momentum from your jump, and it's gonna be added to your dash momentum, and so you're gonna dash with a higher upwards velocity. And that is very important for half block clips, because if you have enough speed, you can go through the half blocks as So I can demonstrate like in Salt Factory here. So I go here, I super dash, and now I'm through. I can also show it in this level because there's here there is full block and there is half block, so I can clip using super dash here as well, like this. Okay, so these are the super dash half block clips. Another way to do half block clips is dash like from a specific distance, like vertical distance from the corner, and I can demonstrate this like this. And so let me actually grab a video where I can show you in slow motion what I do. It turns out that the correct distance from the corner in order to make those clips is closely related to number of blocks you are away from the corner, or more specifically, like from the place where the corner would be if it was a full block. So this is right here. Now I go 1 block down, 2 block down, 2 blocks down. Okay, here. So Naija is 2 blocks away from the corner. I normal dash, I clip through. Now it's gonna be 3 blocks away, so 3 blocks. And I dash, and I make the clip. And lastly, it's gonna be 4 blocks. Okay. So I jump away, enter the float state, so it's not a super dash. I'm 4 blocks away, I dash, I make the clip. It doesn't work like if you are 1 block away because you are too close. It doesn't work if you are 5 blocks away because like you will not make it to the corner. So it only works for 2 blocks away, 3 blocks away, and 4 blocks away. A very nice comparison between these two methods is in 29x. So first, I will clip using the distance method. Like as you can see, like Naija is spawning, and when she spawns, like when the timer starts, now she's 2 blocks away. So if you dash quick enough, you can normal dash clip through. Okay, so that's the second method. And now I'm gonna try the super dash method, but I'm only 3 blocks away. So I super dash. You can see I didn't enter. I didn't enter the float state, so it's a super dash. But I won't make it because Naija hasn't gained like enough speed yet, because I'm too close. But it works. Like if you super dash from a bit lower, like you can see, super dash. I touch the wall first. That's very important. And I clip through. So that's the comparison between those two methods. The next group, the full block clips, they are a bit more annoying because even if you set it up correctly, they work only every third frame. And since you are not realistically gonna control what frame you try to clip on, it's very luck based. But how do you even do them? So it is also very closely related to how many blocks you are away from the corner, which you can kind of tell by this blue thing. Like it stretches a little bit over the block, but it's a good indicator like how far away you are. So right now I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks away. I'm gonna demonstrate the clip. Okay, first try, easy. Yeah, but it doesn't work every time. Like this was good, but it didn't work. This was bad. Okay, now it worked. Yeah, this, okay. So this was good, but it didn't work because wrong frame. And this also didn't work because I was on the wrong frame. And this one worked. Yeah, so it's annoying because it's a bit luck-based. But now I'm gonna explain to you how to tell if you have the good setup or if it's just a bad frame. First, good attempt. I dash. And you can see here this blue line in the middle of the block. So that's a good attempt, but wrong frame. That's how you can tell you have a good setup. And the next one, I dash, but like I get stuck on the wall, like I don't go like I don't go into the wall or anything, like you can see anything. So that's a bad attempt. Sometimes you can also see this blue line like a bit closer to the wall. Those are also bad attempts, but yeah, usually you're just not gonna see anything, and then you can tell that it was a bad setup. So now I'm gonna show you several methods how to perform full block clips. So the first method, probably the easiest, is to just stand at the correct distance, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 blocks away, and simply dash into the corner. So now it's 2 blocks, I dash, I make it 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, 6 blocks, 7 blocks, 8 blocks. And if you try 9 blocks, like you're not gonna make it. And the reason why that is, I think, is because you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 frames to get into the corner. So the very next frame, like your dash is gonna end and you're gonna enter the blue state. So this might be the reason why 9 blocks doesn't work, but yeah, it works for 2 up to 8 blocks. Okay, so the next one, which is significantly harder, I would say, is to run and dash. And since you're gonna have some momentum from the running, you need to dash a little bit earlier, like a tiny little bit before the edge of the block. So I will show you. Like I run, I dash a little bit earlier, and I dash from 2 blocks away. I make the clip. The next one is gonna be 3 blocks. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I dash a bit earlier. I make it through. It's gonna be 4 blocks, 5 blocks, and 6 blocks. It's probably okay. 7 blocks even. I didn't try the 8 blocks. It probably works as well, but I didn't try that honestly. Next one is gonna be like this. You dash several times. And so, like in this level, like it is like kind of a setup which Kaiju found, that you can just dash like from the spawn immediately and then dash again, and that's the correct setup, which actually takes you 2 blocks away from the corner, like when you enter this dash state, and you can clip through like this. So the next one, which is not a setup, which is just spamming dash into corner. It's like this. So I'm 5 blocks away, like when I enter the dash state. 5 blocks away, I make the clip. Last one, 7 blocks when I enter the dash state, because I have some momentum from the dash, and I clip through. It probably works on like other numbers as well, but I honestly didn't really try. It's very annoying to get those. Usually you get those on accident, which is pretty annoying, but hard to prevent, honestly. And finally we have a method where you jump before you dash. So 4 blocks away, five blocks away, and 7 blocks away. Although it's not really exactly 7 blocks, but it's pretty close. It probably also works for other numbers. I didn't check. You can check it yourself. But yeah, as you can see, it can vary a little bit, like the exact positioning, and that is probably because of what your momentum before you enter the float state is. Although like the float state kills a lot of your horizontal momentum, it doesn't kill all of it. So even though it's very similar to when you just stand and dash, if you move before that, it can vary a little bit. So watch out for that. What doesn't work though is when you like dash straight from the wall like this. As you can see, like it should, like, I'm 3 blocks away, but it doesn't work. It also doesn't work for other distances. I'm not gonna waste your time showing that as well. But yeah, this doesn't work, so keep that in mind. And it's probably a good thing, because it would make a lot of accidental clips, and that would be really annoying. So yeah, this doesn't work. And now we get to methods that are more practical for RTA, because you can make a lot of clip attempts in a short amount of time, which helps with the luck factor you need. So how do they look like? First one looks like this. Second one looks like this. And there are some advantages, like for the first one, and there are some advantages for the second one. So I will explain how to do both of them. Let's start with this method. Like, it probably looks to you like that I'm just randomly spamming inputs, which is kind of true, not gonna lie. But what I actually try to do is super dash away from the wall and then turn back at a very specific position. And it turns out, once again, that this very specific position is either 2 or 3 blocks away from the corner, which I will show you a bit later on the video. But for now, how to do this? So you need to super dash from the wall, and you want to super dash without holding directions like this. Like Naija will automatically dash away from the wall if you don't hold any directions. So you want to super dash away from the corner without holding directions. And once you do that, you want to, like, in the right time, press like the direction back, and she'll do this turn around, like she will turn back. So if you turn like at the correct time and you are on the correct frame, you will clip through. I've also managed to do it like once, at least once I like actually recorded it and noticed when I didn't super dash from the wall, but it's probably very rare. Like, I had a lot of attempts that would make it if it was a super dash, but they didn't. So yeah, you want to super dash and turn around at 2 blocks or 3 blocks away from the corner. So first, super dash, as you can see, no float state. Then turn around, and you can see like the yellow mark she leaves behind, like it's pretty much 2 blocks away, like it's very close to 2 blocks away from the corner. And I make it. And now second case, super dash away. The turnaround is a bit longer. It's 3 blocks now, but I still make it. So 2 blocks away or 3 blocks away. Doesn't work for 1 block away, doesn't work for 4 blocks away, because it's too far, you won't make it to the corner. Yeah, so that's it. And here is just proof that I wasn't lying, that I made it without super dash, but as I said, it's very rare. Maybe like some weird thing happened, like you really want to super dash, but as I promised, like, yeah, I also made it without a super, but don't try that. In this other method, you want to get into a corner, float away from it, and then dash back in order to clip, and it looks like this. And once again, the timing for when you dash back, it's tied to how many blocks away Naija is from the corner. And in this case, it's 2 blocks away, so around here. And multi claims, it's like 3 frames, like you have a 3 frames window where it works. So like it's kind of precise, but it's manageable totally. So once again, do it like this. And what are the inputs? So you want to hold the direction you are gonna clip like the entire time. In this case, it's left. And you get into a corner, and once you are in the corner, you press and hold jump and dash at the same time, like this. And when you get 2 blocks away, you release both jump and dash. And then you clip. Now let's compare the 2 methods. So first we want to know how quickly can you clip. And assuming that you do your inputs correctly, you can clip faster with the turnaround method, simply because you can just make more attempts. Yeah, but realistically, you're gonna make mistakes in both methods, and you're probably gonna make more mistakes in the turnaround method. So in the end, it goes down to how efficient you are with the method. Like if you do the turnaround, but do it correctly only once, like in 5 to 6 attempts, like it's not worth it compared to float, because the float method is, I would say, pretty easy. So like yeah, if you do it good, like you can clip very quickly with the turnarounds. But if you don't, like if I fail it intentionally, I didn't fail it. Like if I do it bad, like I have a lot of attempts, but many of them aren't good. So in this case, it's better to use the float method until you learn how to properly do the turnarounds. Yeah, like you get a lot of attempts with the float away method as well, but it's nowhere near close to the turnaround method. Second thing is, what kind of momentum do you get from the clip? So with the turnaround method, you don't go very far and you basically fall down. But with the float away method, like you go further and you also go higher. And it's not easy to say what is advantage and what not, but usually it is advantage to gain some height because you can do some cool tricks with it. Like this one, for example, when you get into the corner and you change directions during the clip, like after the clip, and you can do turn around like this. Once again. You can do it like this. So that's one advantage, like one place where it's advantageous. Other is in 5-9x. Like if you use the turnaround method, like you either fall down like this, which is not very good. Okay, let's try again. Or you get here, like, and that's kind of weird. Not gonna lie, it's weird. And if you don't expect it, you can die very easily. But if you do the float away method, yeah, you dash directly to bandage girl, so it's another advantage, I would say, for this method, for the float away method. And last one, where it actually shows like how sometimes it is an advantage and sometimes it isn't an advantage, is in this level. So if I go in and I play 106, for example, and I want to grab this bandage, like if I do this, I fall down, I don't grab the bandage. But if I float away, I can actually grab the bandage straight away and get to bandage girl. But if I were to play Naija %, like I actually don't want to go up, like it loses time, so I want to go down here. So now in 106 it's better to do the float away, in Naija % it's better to do the turnaround. In corners like this, where there is only one tile gap between the floor and the ceiling, you can still use both methods, turn around and float. But it can be a bit hard at the beginning. So what might work for you is using auto jump and then doing the float technique with auto jump. Like this. Auto jump and then you do the float technique. And it helps with, like, you don't have to worry about like timing the jump from the key block, which can be a bit awkward at the beginning. But like with some practice you can get used to it, but I mean this is fairly easy. It doesn't lose, like it loses like 0.1 seconds doing the auto jump trick, so you basically don't lose any time, so it's fine. If you remember at the beginning, I was talking about how you can clip through bottom corners, and so here is some footage of it. Yeah, so bottom corner clip. And the reason why I hadn't talked about them in this video so far is because they are very, very hard to get RTA. And that is because on top of needing to be on the correct frame and dashing away from the correct distance, you also need to hit the like precisely into the corner. Like you can't hit the wall, obviously, but you can't hit the floor too early, because if you hit it too early, Naija will simply bounce off and up, and you will miss the corner. So you need to dash precisely into the corner, which is very hard. And another thing is, like normally when you dash, Naija will go up, right? So you need to have some downwards momentum in order to make it into the corner. So that's a lot of things you need to have going for you, and so that's why it's not used in RTA, and it's very hard, and this one took me probably like 1 hour to get. So let me show you real quick. I'm 2 blocks away. Float, dash, hit the corner exactly like this. Like this is how it looks like. And yeah, then I bounce off the floor, I bounce up, and yeah, I clip through. And last thing you might remember I talked about, like in the introduction part, is that there is a way to clip even when you are not in a corner, and that is exactly the situation where you dash on a ceiling and then there is a 1 tile gap between the wall. It doesn't work for 2 tiles or more, it has to be 1 tile. And it works exactly like any other full block clip. So let me just quickly show you. Yeah, like this once again. Like 2 blocks away, stand and dash. 3 blocks away, stand and dash. 4 blocks away, stand and dash. And then run and dash from 2 blocks. And that's it for this tutorial. I hope you learned something, and I want to give shoutouts to the whole Super Meat Boy speedrunning community. I also want to give shoutouts to all the Naija players and Naija enjoyers around the world, and see ya.